Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So you guys, this is a budget update. We have a couple things that we need to update. I think that I forgot to update some child support for sure. I did not get all of my child support in, and I'm not going to worry about it now because I cannot remember from whence it came and whence it went. I don't know why I didn't update the sheet, but all the funds have been allocated for. Jackson has gotten all of his money he's supposed to get. And honestly, that's the most important thing about this budget specific. But I did get YouTube income. And so I wanted to jump in and talk a little bit about what came in from YouTube and also what came in from Facebook. So if you have joined us for videos, for shorts, for reels on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, whichever platform you've joined, if you've used an affiliate link, if you've purchased something from my Amazon store, whatever you have done, we, from our deepest heart, really appreciate you. We want to say thank you so much for helping to support our family. It has been a blessing to us. This month, my kids and I have really been so very blessed. We made more money as a cumulative on YouTube and Facebook than we have ever made on one platform. I remember telling the Lord I had a goal of how much money I wanted to make per month for my side business. And I thought for so long that was going to be unreachable. Well, the Lord really showed up and showed out through you guys who support us on all the platforms. I have people that follow us on every platform. They like every video. They comment on every video. And you really just don't know how much that means to us. While this isn't a side income for us, it does help us to feel like we're moving in a direction of positivity with our debt journey and our savings goals and different things like that. Because when you're a single mom and you're trying to do the best you can with what you have and you're scraping pennies together trying to feed your kids, like I was in the very beginning, to know that you have income coming in that you don't have to necessarily allocate for the bills because the bills are paid, and that you don't have to take your side income and pay debt because the debt is paid, that you can take that side income, you can give into the kingdom of God, you can help people that need help, or you can really just save and put aside for your family. That feeling is indescribable. I wish I could describe it to you all so that you all would be able to know what it feels like, but I don't even think I would adequately do it justice to say this is what it feels like. It feels like the best feeling in the world. It feels like it's like right after you have the baby, when that pain is so great and the baby pops out and you like, oh Lord bless you. You know, I would do it all over again. It's that relief, it's that whoosh, that stress and anxiety of not being able to, it's all of that diminished, depleted, gone. So again, I want to thank you so much for supporting us and following the journey. I know some people aren't here for sharing the numbers. They're like, Shakema, you share too much. What is sharing too much when it's helping people, right? You all that have been following me for years and years and years have seen the struggle. It wasn't easy. Some months it's still not easy. We had a big expense this month, but God saw us through and it really helped us. So anywho, I wanted to, like I said, my kids deposit, that's not even right. I've received all the child support I was supposed to receive for this month, but I only wrote it down somewhere where I did all the other things like I allocated for it, but I didn't remember to update my sheet. Problem number one, remember to update your sheet, which I don't always remember, but I wanted to get the one mom revenue in because that did come in. So from YouTube, we received $662.72. It's about $100 less. It was like $140 less than what we normally would get, but that's okay. Anything that comes in is a blessing to our family. So we'll take that $662.72 and put it towards our sinking funds because that is what we use our one mom revenue for, is our sinking fund. All right, you guys, I just shifted. I know some of you like to see the numbers, but because my sheet is not updated the way I need it to be updated, I thought I'll just tell you what we spent and it'll just be okay that way as well, right? Some of you just want to hear the numbers. Some of you like to see them. I know, and I get that. But that sheet was bothering me because I did not update it. And again, I think that's one of the things too, especially about doing the budget. I don't always update my budget sheet, right? Because it wasn't on my mind. I didn't do weekly budget updates this month. Just for some reason, I guess I just ran out of time or whatever it was. I wasn't thinking about it. So I didn't update my sheet, and that's bothering me. So I have to remind myself in October, Shakema, remember to update your sheet. But $662.72 came in, and this is how we allocated it. Now, remember, before 2019, 20, somewhere in there, we didn't do sinking funds. And I started doing zero-based budgeting in Jackson was into 2010, right? So it was still another 9-10 years before we even did sinking funds because we didn't have any funds to sink. Once the YouTube channel started to take off and we even had anything and the debt was paid, because when we were making initial money on YouTube, I was paying my student loans. So once we started making money on YouTube where I wasn't paying student loans, the Lord said, okay, now make that for your sinking funds, because I didn't have any extra money in my check, right? And then, of course, we weren't still yet on a solid foundation with the child support and all that. So I couldn't really do it prior. But now, you know, that I've been doing it for a while now, the sinking funds are there. So $662.72, $63 of that went to tithe, right? We always tithe $63 to tithe. $99.40, I should have just made that an even 100, I wasn't thinking, went to taxes. So remember, YouTube doesn't take out taxes and Facebook doesn't take out taxes, but this is not Facebook money, it's just YouTube. So YouTube doesn't take out taxes on me. So I put money in an account. It's in my Capital One 360 account. That's taxes. I take out 15% of whatever we make from any platform. And then when I do my taxes in the new year, whatever I have as a tax bill, I take that money out and I'm already ready to pay a check, right? Last year I had to pay like $700 or $800. The money was there in the fund. I just saved it. It was hard to get off that money because I'd always been used to getting a refund, but I didn't get one. And I was like, woo, this is different, but that's okay. We just had the money saved. We took it out and we put it there. And I think the reason I started doing that was Kimmy, and she's in her apron. Years ago, I don't know what she was talking about, but she was doing a sit-down chit-chat, and somehow the topic of income came up, or YouTube income came up, and she mentioned putting 15% away for tax purposes. And the light bulb went off. Oh, that might be a good idea to do. So thank you, Kimmy, from She's in Her Apron. We appreciate, right? That little nugget. She wasn't talking to me. She was just talking in general, but I picked up that little nugget and it's helped me over the years to be able to have money in that account just in case we owe taxes, right? Like I said, they don't take them out. So I'm expected to pay them, and that's no problem, right? This year, I will not feel away. I'm just going to leave the bank, leave the tax people with my monies and with my papers in hand, and write my check and just be okay. Last year I felt away. I was like, ooh, I feel away, but that's okay, right? So again, that's just taking what you can from different people. Lots of people have great ideas. You take what you can, chew the meat, spit out the bones. Whatever works for you, works for you. $13 went to Amazon Prime. That went out. $16 went to my yearly recycling. We actually pay yearly recycling. I think it's $189 for the year. They come twice a month. And so in order that I don't have a huge bill next time, what I did was just start a sinking fund, right? Because I forgot it last year. It just went off my mind. I totally forgot. But now, when I remembered, now I have a sinking fund for recycling. $16. The yearly pest spray, which that is coming up in September. It's the end of September, 1st of October, that I'll have to pay the $145 to do my yearly spray. We just did the termite bond, the 10-year termite bond. So I'm not going to have to pay that big expense for another 9 years because I just paid that big expense last year, right? So this time it's just the yearly thing that they do. It's $145 and I have a sinking fund for that. So $12 goes into that fund. For vacation. So the kids come home for Christmas And so my plan is to do a big something for them when they come and we want to go somewhere and just maybe stay over a night or two, whatever. And so what my plan is to go ahead and save up enough that I'm able to pay for the room expense, right? We're going to have enough groceries and different things as we, we stock up and stuff. So we'll be able to, we're going to try to get like a B&B or something like that where we'll have a kitchen facility. So we're not having to constantly go out and eat. The kids are grown. They can do whatever they want to do. But as a young parent, when they were younger, I didn't have the means by which to do vacations. I didn't have the means by which to pay for things. Now that I am able to do a little something, I'm putting a little bit aside every month, $50. It's only $50 a month, not a lot. But over the months, it adds up, right? So $50 into the vacation fund. And we're going to do it around the holidays because that's when the kids will be home. The other kids, my younger kids are home all the time. My older kids live off. So when they come, it's just what we're doing. Tires. This year I had a big expense for tires. I had forgotten that I was supposed to do a sinking fund last year. So now I'm doing a sinking fund for tires. $18 is what I put in that sinking fund. My insurance, $85 for that. It does come due October 1st, so I'm just waiting for that to clear Capital One. Then I'm going to just take my debit card and pay for the next 6 months. We pay 6 months in advance. It's a little bit cheaper that way. I have my car insurance and my homeowner's insurance all tied up. It's all bundled, right? Everything is bundled into, what we need. For Gracie, we have Gracie. And having a pet, they have shots and flea medicine and heartworms and, annual exams and rabies, and they need food. So you treat them just like they are a line item in your budget. And Gracie has always had a line item since I was able to put money away. She gets $40 a month. That works out fine. Shamika does 1 month of, she does 1 bag of food. That takes us about 6 to 8 weeks. I do 1 bag of food. So we alternate bags of dog food. They eat the same dog food. It works out fine. Her box just got here. She orders through Chewy. And so it comes directly to my house. I go up to the street to a little pet store up there and just get what I need. Every 10th bag, you get a free bag. So I'm working on my bags to get us a free one. But they have about half a bag left. So she's already ordered and it came today so that we have it for the dogs. Now, I don't pay any expenses for Acro. Shamika has put her card on file at the vet. I take him to get his whatevers. They charge her card. We come on home. That's the agreement that we have. We house the dog. We walk the dog. We feed the dog. We take him to appointments. She funds her dog, right? So that's how that works out. And it's a mutual agreement. She funds it. We take care. Okay. My PureFlix is renewal in May. It's $99 plus tax or what have you. So I'd save out $10 a month, which will give us $120 just in case the tax is a little bit more or they go up on their fee. So I saved out $10 for that. Car taxes and my registration for getting my car sticker. That comes due actually this month. So next week I'll need to go down and take my little registration card, my tax information, pay my taxes so I can get my sticker. I saved $7 a month for that. I already got my bill and I think it was like $78. I think I have $120 in that account. So I have a little bit running over. No problem. Works out fine. Pest control, I get my house sprayed around every 3rd month. It's $80. So I save about $28 a month. Why doesn't that? Yeah, $28 because $30 a month would give me $90. So I save about $28 a month for 3 months and then they come and spray. $20 I put in an oil change, oil fund, car maintenance fund. I just put that, just mark oil fund, but it's car maintenance. If anything I need to get done, I put it there. $50 always goes into house repairs. I always put some money into house repairs. When the washing machine broke a couple summers ago and the dishwasher went out at the same time, I just said, you know what? I'm not playing with this anymore. I'm going to put money in an account so that I can have it. Now, the dishwasher is out again.
for some reason is just not living its best life. But I heard Sarah on our Tribe of Many talk about them going through several dishwashers. Jay Morrell, she talks about going through several dishwashers. I don't know if I'm just buying the cheap ones or what, or the kids aren't scraping the dishes well enough. But I do need to save up for a new dishwasher. We wash them by hand right now, and that's okay. Everybody takes a turn. We wash the dishes. It's no problem. But I do want to have the dishwasher working in the house. So the fridge, we got the refrigerator taken care of. The next big purchase will be the dishwasher. That may be next month. It may be in the next couple months. I'm just going to keep saving enough until I have it saved, and then I will take care of it then. Right now, like I said, we're washing dishes by hand. It's no problem. We are A-okay. My P.O. box, I renewed that in July. So it doesn't come due again until February. It's $78 for 6 months. It's gone up tremendous. I think when I first got a P.O. box, it was $49. So now it's at $78. And I'm trying to determine whether I want to keep it or not. I keep it for different brand things, brand deals and reviews and stuff like that. It works out fine. But that's $13. So I went ahead and put that in the P.O. box sinking fund. My new camera. I've been saving for a new camera. Then I thought, well, I'll save for a computer. And then someone blessed us with a computer, just 100% blessed our whole socks off. And that's been a beautiful blessing. So that money was able to stay there. So now I'm still saving for the camera. I put $20 a month in that fund. So I've saved that $20. And then my Roth IRA, I put $50 in that each month. So that went, I actually put $75 in, but I put $25 in the beginning of the month and then $50 in at the end of the month. I have a separate Roth through my work. This is something separate, not necessarily with this is not with my work at all. This is just different. And so I put $50 in there. That left $68.32. And I moved that money into my baby step number 3 account. Now, that was $662.75 worth of sinking funds that we did. Now, let me tell you what happened, what came up. So, in January, Alana turned 18. Prior to her turning 18, I have never had any issues with our insurance. Not one issue ever. She's always been on my insurance. All the kids have been on. I've always carried the kids because insurance was just cheaper for me to do it than even when I was married. Worked out fine. Alana turns 18. She goes to a specialist for some few things that we've been seeing the specialist for years for this. All of a sudden, we start getting phone calls. She owes a bill. She owes a bill. She owes a bill. $1,000 bill. And now that she's 18, I can't talk for her because she has the rights to the bills. I'm paying the bill. It's my insurance, but I can't say nothing. Okay. So we get it. She gives authorization for me to be on the account, which issues, right? So we get on the account. So then I have the account people and Blue Cross on the phone. We're on a 3-way call because we're not paying $1,000 for. We've never paid money for this. I paid my copay, specialist copay. We've done that. Perfect. For a Zoom visit, a Zoom call, $480. We didn't realize that. We would have not Zoomed nowhere. So what we didn't realize is that the hospital got sold to another company. Well, when they got sold to another company, that specialty group that was under the hospital became out of network. Never was told that. So when it became out of network, then they will only pay a certain amount and we had to kick in. Had I known that, I would have pulled her from that group and taken her to the group where I go, right? It's fine. But we were just with them because that's where we had always been. But nobody ever said, hey, you're out of network. So we find that out. So Blue Cross is talking to the other company. They're going to pay all the things. So I think the bill was like $1,800. Well, we thought everything was good. Come to find out, just this past week, I get another call. And they call my phone because my number is associated with her account. she's been going since she was 12 years old. Of course, my number is on her account. So they said, I called, the lady said, ma'am, I can't discuss this bill with you. I said, but I have been authorized user on her account. They can't find it. Cannot find it. And I don't know how many phone calls it took me just to get on the account. Can't find it. Fine. No problem, ma'am. So I have access to her patient account online. I go in and I look. There's another bill where the insurance has said, hey, $1,800, we're paying $1,200 and some dollars. She still had a bill for $562 and they want their money. So I'm torturing myself right now. I'm like, you know what? These people are doing a whole lot here because we've never had this before. And so here I am now thinking I'm not, okay. She's 18, she's grown, but she's never had a doctor's bill. And I'm not going to let my 18-year-old pay this doctor bill. I'm just not doing it, right? So mom's going to have to pay for it. Well, prior to the $562 coming up, I took the kids to the dentist. They go every 6 months. I keep them in the dentist, right? I might, they go. Jackson needs a fill-in again. That's $100. And fortunately for me, when we had to sign up for our dental thing again, I actually got the one that covers out of network because they were going to do the same thing. If your dentist wasn't in the network, you were going to have to pay a different fee. Well, when I looked on the sheet, their dentist was not on the network. So I ended up having to just pay the higher price so they could stay with their dentist. It's fine. So Jackson needed his fill-in, right? So we have an appointment for that. Well, Alana, my fortunate girl, her wisdom teeth, especially the ones at the bottom, instead of them growing up like this, they're growing in like this. So they're growing into her other teeth instead of out through her gums. And so we're going to have her evaluated to get all the teeth taken out. Now, her dentist does not remove wisdom teeth. So we have to go to another dentist, and just the evaluation fee is $74. And then they'll tell me what it is that I have to pay after that. Now, technically, could I make her pay for that? Sure, I could. She's an adult. She works a job. She should be able to do some of those things on her own. But I don't think in my momness, I can stand by and make her do that. Again, the child support did not go down. It didn't decrease in value, even though Jackson's name is the one on child support right now. So if I have to dip a little bit of that funds out to take care of this, then that's just what we do, right? Jackson's going to be on child support longer than any of the other kids. I don't give Alana anything else. She takes care of all of her things. But if we're talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars to get her teeth removed, I'm just not going to let her pay that. I just, in my mom heart, can't do it. And I'm not going to. So I'm thinking about those couple of things that need to happen. This is before I get the phone call about the bill. And the Lord says, your benefits card. Well, I didn't remember that my benefits card had rolled over because I was actually going to take this YouTube money and pay for the doctor bill. I wasn't going to sink any funds this month. I said, you know what? I'll just sink them next month. I was going to tithe and I was going to do my taxes. Those two things I was going to do. And then I was going to take the remainder of that. And then I was going to just chunk it towards that bill. I was going to put it on a payment plan. Hey, this is a big chunk. And I'll just catch up the rest of it next time. But the Lord said, check your benefits card. So I was like, okay, let me check. So I called the number. My benefits card rolled over. I have $750 put on that benefits card. So I was thinking, man, I could pay for that. Jackson's his fill-in, Alana's doctor thing, and then we got the phone call about the bill. So I said, okay. Well, I knew I was going to get Facebook money. I said, well, I can take the Facebook money and put it towards the bill. That way I'll still have I'll still have the benefits card. But then I was thinking, but the benefits card is there, right? I can just keep my cash right now. Let me pay for it on the benefits card. and there's still a little bit left, $750. I think the bill was $562. So there's about 100 and some change, $180, $90. That'll pay for his filling. And that may even pay for her initial visit to the dentist. That'll clear out that benefits card, no problem. Then whatever else is left, then I'll just, have it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a sinking fund for medical, right? I need to just put a little bit in a medical account just in case things like this happen. Now that I know about that one doctor, we're not going back there anymore. We've totally just said, hey, we're going to, we'll find another, we'll get a reference to somebody that covers, that's in our network. It's no problem. So then I said, okay, let me take care of it. And I was feeling away because I didn't want to get up off that money. But again, I'm not going to let her take on that. So I just called and I said, well, I was almost like, well, let me just do a payment plan just to get on their nerve. But, we're not going to be a petty Betty today. So I just paid it. One fell swoop. It's all done. I got the receipt. Bill is paid. Please don't come back over here telling me nothing else about a bill because we are done. We are done here. So that was all of that money. That was my benefits card. Again, I have the $100 for his appointment. I already had that scheduled. And then sister, her evaluation is scheduled as well. So I've gotten those two things taken care of. Then my Facebook money pops in. So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, but you follow me on Facebook and you watch the reels, it helps us to make income. Well, here's what the Lord did for us. This month on Facebook alone, we made more income than we've ever made in 1 month on YouTube, ever. Now, how I make money is there's something called bonuses, right? So you have to make so many videos and get these many views to get a bonus. And then you make these many videos, get so many views, do you get a bonus? Now, I have 4 bonuses, but I've only made 2 bonuses, right? It's like $120 is the initial bonus. Everything else is a lot of reels and a lot of views, and I've not made those bonuses yet. Well, I have one little reel, right? Because it gives you a counter. You have to make 15 reels to get the next bonus, and it has to be over 10,000 views each. I don't make that. I never make it. I haven't made it yet, but I've been praying if God can do the first 2, he can do this third one, right? But after I make those 2 bonuses for $120, one bonus is $20, the next bonus is $100. So I make $100, then a 20, then $100, so $120. Everything after that is bonus plays. It's how many plays we get, right? So the plays count. Last month we had over 4 million plays. So far this month we don't have that many, but it's still building, right? So we made on Facebook $1,601.02. $1,600 on Facebook Reels. My mind is blown. We started, I think, last month with about 4,000 followers. We just crossed over the 25,000 follower mark. We are just so blessed, so 100% tremendously blessed. When I tell you that I was telling God, I need to get this baby step number 3 done and be done with it, I mean for real. And I'm working. I'm getting it done. I'm doing all the things over there. I'm trying to manage YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I'm trying to do it all, right? So that we are able to monopolize. And we just found out, and I'm praying, right, that shorts in 2023, we should be able to make money on shorts. I think I had over 1 million views on my cabbage short on YouTube, and I think I made 12 cents. I think, maybe. So it just came out this past month that shorts should be able to make us some money in 23. I'm prayerful and hopeful, and I'll keep uploading shorts. But what the shorts did for me on YouTube was it helped us get new subs to our channel. I think we got almost 13,000 subs in 3 days. We are just a little bit away from 30,000 subs. It is amazing. We've been on YouTube a long time, and I never thought we would get to this place. I kept trying and trying and trying, and the Lord showed me what to do, and I did what he said, and it has proved profitable for us. So with this $1,600, because I had sunk all my funds, here's how we spent that. So 160 of those dollars, of course, went to tithe. I tithe off of every dime that comes in my house. I know people don't agree. I'm not asking you to agree. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Then 15%, $240 went into the taxes, right? I've got to make sure that I'm covering any taxes that might come up at the end of the year. We're covering it. Then I knew of a situation where somebody needed something. And the Lord, Holy Spirit prompted my mind. And they said, Shakema, I want you to take $200 and I want you to send it to their CashApp. And so not even a second thought about it. I took that $200, put it in the CashApp, sent them a little text. I said, hey, check your CashApp. I sent a little something. Well, not long after that, I get a phone call. It's from the person. I didn't send the money to get a call, but they called me. And she proceeds to tell me, she said, Shakema, she said, I was sitting here. She said, I got to have my tank cleaned out. I don't know what tank it is. I don't know. She said, I got to have that tank cleaned out. And I'm sitting here wondering, how am I going to get the money? And then you texted me and I checked my CashApp. She said, the Lord is going to bless you. And here's what I know about that. God is going to bless me. God already blesses me. God blesses me every single solitary day of my life. I live blessed. There is no question about that. I was telling the ladies this morning on Titus 2, and I'm rabbit trailing a minute, but I got to get this in. I was telling the ladies this morning on Titus 2, I have another friend. Her name is Miss Wanda. She messaged me this week. She said, hey, Shakema, the Lord put you on my heart. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. Do you and the children need anything? And I said to Miss Wanda, I said, no, ma'am. I said, I can't think of a thing we need. I said, the kids and I are absolutely fine. Got a little cold here. I'm sneezing, coughing. The kids are sneezing and coughing. I said, but we're good. We have everything. And she said, I just wanted you to know that I love you. And that meant so much to me. And then when I was telling the ladies this morning, I said, I finally, for the first time in my life, and I know some of you are trying to get to this point, but hear me out. I said, for the first time in my life, I know what Paul meant when he said, I have learned to be content, whether I have it or whether I don't have it. When I have a whole lot and when I have a little bit, I'm not lacking nothing. There's gas in my car. There's food in my refrigerator. I have clothes on my body. My children are in good health, minus a cold. We have a roof over our head. Our dogs are fed. My children are well. Nobody has been in an accident. I haven't gotten any phone calls saying you need to come here and what have you. We are well. And so for me to take that little bit, because it was just a little bit, and send it to somebody else, not even knowing what they were going to do with it, that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to put it out, release it. They get to do whatever. They might have prayed. Sometimes you're the answer to the prayer. Sometimes you are the answer to the prayer. Was that going to make or break me? It wasn't, because all the funds were synced with the YouTube. All the bills were paid with my 9 to 5. This is what I consider God to be exceedingly abundantly above, as he talks about in Ephesians 3:20 and 21. Now unto him who is able to do more than what you could think. I would have never thought in almost just 30 days we would have 21,000 more followers, giving us 25,000 followers on Facebook. And then we would be 15,000 more followers, giving us 29,636 followers on YouTube in less than 28 days. Never would have thought. Exceedingly abundantly above. What God puts in my hands does not necessarily belong to me. He allows me to steward over. He says, okay, Shakema, I'm going to give you this. Now I'm going to see what you do with it. I say, okay, God, let me see. Got to sync all these funds. Funds are synced. What's next? Okay, do it. When you immediately, am I assured that God's going to bless me? I already know it, because I know him as Jehovah Jireh, my provider. Not one thing my kids and I have ever needed have we not gotten. It's come some way, somehow. Somebody has said, you know what the Lord told me, or hey girl, how about this? Or it just showed up at my front door. I remember one of my good friends, she said, Shakema, what's your address? And I was a little leery because I don't give out my address too much. You know, we're good friends, but we've never met each other. We met online, but we're good friends. We've never met each other in person. She said, what's your address? And I gave it to her. Stuff show up at my front. She said, I wanted you to have this. And I wanted it to come to your house. I didn't want you to have to go pick it up at the post office. Something that I had needed. I didn't know she was doing that, but it showed up. So I'm telling you, when God gives you a command, when Holy Spirit brings that thing to your mind, you need to move immediately. Immediately. So I did that. Tithe, taxes, did that little gifting. And then the rest of that money was able to then go towards baby step number 3. Now I took out $200 because I needed to pay for, Jackson needed a haircut. I got my eyebrows done. There were 3 other things that I needed to buy. And I can't remember what they were. But there were a couple little odds and end bill things. Not bill things, but odds and end little things that I needed to take care of, that I took care of because I had the money to do it at that point. And so that was it. In our savings account, I put $800 in. $800. And I'm just waiting for a few things to clear out of my checking account. And if there's any extra money left after everything clears, I'm going to put that into my savings again. Because here's how good God is. He put enough there. I get paid on Friday, next Friday, right? So it's only 5 more days before it's time for me to get paid again. I still have grocery money and I got 1 more week of gas money. So I'm not missing anything. I won't get any more child support for the month because I think I finished out all my child support because of the way the weeks flopped. But it's fine. Everything Jackson needed, all his money for his savings account is in his savings. We saved everything he needed this month. It's all good. And I still paid Alana's bill. We still were able to bless someone, and we still were able to put some money into the baby step number 3. I'm so close to having 1 month's baby step saved up, and I'm just praying and asking God, okay, what's next? What do you want me to do next? How do you want me to move? And when you move how God wants you to move, I'm telling you, it's all going to work out. God is a blesser. He is the one who gives the best gifts. He is a good and faithful Father. He gives me a mind to understand. The one thing I did not take out of YouTube money this month was for my personal assistant. I don't know that I will have her next month. I'm not sure. We'll see. And if that is the case, then I'll just take it out week by week as I'm able to do that. Normally, I'll try to take it out the month ahead, so I have it. Didn't worry about it this time. She's got me pretty far. Just the next couple things I need to be able to do. But she has helped me get pretty far in some of my postings and different things. It's really working out well. But that has helped me. But that was on Facebook. That wasn't even on YouTube. And I count on YouTube money, right? I'm so thankful that you all watch the videos. But God has given me another stream, right? I've prayed for multiple streams so that I'm able to be a blessing. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, and I just want to lay this little nugget here because I'm done. I was telling my friend the other day, I said, listen, I got to a point in my life where I was tired of being the charity case. People would always help me. Hey, Shakema's down on her luck. Shakema's kids need Christmas. Shakema's kids need this. Shakema needs this. I was always the one who needed something. And I prayed and I said, God, will you please allow me to be a blessing to somebody? And slowly but surely over the years, the Lord has been faithful in answering the prayer that I prayed. Many times I'll take a little this and a little bit of that and hand it this person. People never know. The Bible said, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. I'm doing little things. I may not mention it on here for the sake of safety or privacy for somebody else. But I'm telling you, if he gives it to me, I'm going to steward it. If he tells me to hold it, we hold it. If he tells me to put it somewhere, we put it somewhere. And we just let it go out and do what it's supposed to do. Because I'm the answer to somebody's prayer. Just like you're the answer to somebody's prayer. I don't know what they prayed, but I'm telling you, you're the answer. And when you know you're the answer, you need to answer. So that's how we worked that out. So we were blessed this month. It was a beautiful situation just to see that and to watch it happen, because I wasn't sure as the month was moving. I was like, dang, I don't know what we're going to do this month. And then to see that final number, I was like, oh my God, look at the Lord, how he blessed us. And he is a wonder. And I'm very thankful for that. So anywho, there that is. I know you all like to see the numbers, but my sheet was messed up and it was bothering me. And so I thought, hey, at least I would get the numbers out there and you're able to just kind of hear it, to see where we are and how God is doing us. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. I do want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. I want to thank you for all of your support. It helps us so much more than you would know. I've got some hopes and dreams and goals and things that I'm really still asking and praying the Lord about. And I believe that in time, as he is able and as he is ready, things are going to come for me and my children. They've already come. But I believe the things that I'm praying for moving forward, just some things, that I'm praying and hoping and asking, I believe it's going to happen. I really do. But I've learned to be content where I am. I've learned to be content in this space. I learned to be content with what we have. God is just a miracle worker, and I'm thankful for that. So anywho, there it is. Budget update and a sermon and all the things. You're welcome. So if you like the video, be sure and thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little bell. That way you never miss an upload from us. If you're a new sub, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We wild and crazy over here, but we doing all the things. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.